Mr. Mixer, you are so welcome. On the floor is yours. Thank you so much.
Actually, but before I go further, I want to reveal what is in it about. What I mean. I have no idea what it's in here. I have no idea what's in there.
Yeah.
Whatever is in there, let's take it out. Then it's on.
Yeah, this is a live interaction. I want to welcome you all to a live interaction of Mr. Max Kpakio at the Excellence Sports and Intellectual Association. Today is a special interaction with Mr. Mixer. And the equipment you see being displayed are of the kind gesture of Mr. Mixer to the association. So we want to say welcome.
Right now, we get that out of our way. Start here. That is Mr. Mr. Chairman,
can Mr. Mixer get a hope? Hope. Can Mr. Mixer get a hope? Hope. Can you give me another hope? Hope. Can you get him one? Yeah. Can you get him two? Yeah. Yeah. Can you get him three? Yeah. 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 Thank you so much.
Mr. Chairman, the last time I appeared here, I made a promise. And the promise was to enable us to find a means that we can send an audio out there that will have a guest here. Not only people that are here to benefit, but those that are even walking on the road there can be able to also benefit from whatever that will be said here. And I told you that actually my promise was supposed to be December. I said when I'm coming by December this year, I will try to bring small meetings that we can be able to project our voices here. So on behalf of my foundation, the Max Kpakio Educational Foundation that we just launched, that will be offering scholarships to children with disabilities and albinos in Liberia. I'd like to take this time to present to you this audio equipment with two microphones. At least these are microphones where we make it easy that when question and answers time is here, you don't have to use one microphone. The person that will stand here and the microphone will go out. So on behalf of the foundation, I'd like to present these to Lisa and to be used for the internal purpose.
What you said in a short period of time, you were able to deliver the promise to the Excellence Sports Intellectual Association at the corner of the cable and the early speaker. And so we highly appreciate your kind gesture. And this year is going to use this for the benefit of the audience and those who are out there that will know that yes, the intellectual sector is in existence. And we'll make sure that we maintain it in the interest of the association. And every other thing we do will be in the interest of the public. So again, we want to say a very big thank you, and we appreciate your kind gesture. Thank you very much.
Now you may have your seat. And I will.
Can Mr. Mixer get a hope? Hope. Can Mr. Mixer get a hope? Hope. Can Mr. Mixer get a hope? Hope. Can you give me another hope? Hope. Can you get in one?
We are.
Can you get in two?
We are. We are.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you, wonderful, wonderful brothers. I'm happy to be back. And I'm also very, very happy again to say that perhaps for 2019 will be my last time that will be not physically per se. I'm not in other way, but my vacation is almost over. But I have to come back to say, thank you, brothers. And to also say that you are on my mind as well. I'm going back as my vacation is over, but we are now connected. This morning, this afternoon, or this evening, because we're on live as well, let me welcome others that are watching. Why doing this presentation to you? I want to use this time as well to speak to you on a very specific topic that I dealt with. I started dealing with last night, and the issue of journalism. I started dealing with this because I feel that there's this sense of misrepresentation of the profession. And so, because of what I've observed so far since I came, what I've heard on the radio, from the very people that we are on the same platform as representatives or direct representatives of pro-vested. Something that, for me, I think I need to add my voice on. And because of this, I would like to speak to you this time around on the topic. Journalism is a noble profession. Do not compromise it. Journalism is a noble profession. Do not compromise it. Come from the standpoint that many of us that are practicing the profession today or that are into it, sometimes when you come across us or when we come across you and you pose the question as to how long you've been practicing. Some of us will say, being in the profession for 10 years or 15 years. Are we actually working according to the ethics? That's the key. Are you also taking into consideration the integrity as well? On the contrary, today we suppose that are in the field, as myself being a journalist, we are involved in doing things that actually compromise. Some of these things actually, we need to stop them. If we don't stop them, we are compromising the profession. We are even helping to put right. Or we are creating an avenue where we are pushing certain people against others. We are compromising the profession. Maybe because of different reasons. But I don't want to allude to that because of poverty. But because I'm not getting the pay that I'm supposed to get from the institution. And so let me get involved in practicing journalism out of the ethics. And when we do this, who are we harming? We are harming the very society that we are always saying that we are there to fight for them. We don't do the right thing. We don't say the right thing. We sit behind that microphone. And we feel that microphone making us so powerful. We can say anything that we want to say. Without even thinking that the moment you put the words out there, especially nowadays, you don't even know the ages of people that are listening to it. You say things you don't want to say. Stand up. For journalists to get involved get involved in a way that you no longer that individual that's supposed to run the equation. You sign yourself with one or the other. And once you begin to do that, at the end of the day, perhaps you are looking for some kind of recognition from an individual or from an institution. And because you're looking for that particular recognition, maybe you want to benefit in a different manner. The issue of balance reporting will no longer be your whole man of today. Because you want to please somebody. You want to please that institution. So even if it causes you to compromise your own profession, you will do it because why? You want something out of it. You are no longer working for that institution called journalism. Journalism is noble. This is a noble profession. Let us stop compromising this profession. Some we guys to give excuses and say, well, times are hard. Because times are hard, let me go with the flow. But when you do that, all the years you spend at the university, all the certificates you got, training, you're compromising. I've been listening to radio. One of the reasons I decided to actually address this issue today. Let me start with the first one. Even where I am in the United Kingdom, because on social media, I come across actually being acting on those.
Some caption also.
Actually, media, free media, or journalism in the animal. We are very, very lazy in editing. Our editors-in-chief are very lazy. And the story, the way they get the story, they just want to blow it like that. It's wrong. It's wrong. And I remember that few days when I was sitting and I was just listening to the radio. Something about rape. 20 years ago. The journalist went there to actually get the story. He was now on the scene. He decided to talk to the third party. And he didn't record it. Not that he was being live. He didn't record it. And the lady that gave the detail of what happened to the other lady 20 years ago. I mean, the details were so graphic. To the extent that the following day, I had no idea where was the individual. I only saw one hospital. I went straight to the supermarket to buy things. I said I want to go and help out with this patient. I didn't know that. But this is what happened. When did you stop it? You met the third party who was giving you the story. And give me the name, the full name of the victim. And they gave me the full name of the father and the mother. They gave me the full name of the address. Where they come from? Right there. You should be sound minded to your journal. Those details are yours, not for the public, at that particular. They are not. Specific time. The case is having to go to court. Even at the point of the last day, whatever, it will take 2 years for that case to come to the end. The identity of the victim is withheld. Somebody change in the Western world. We must change their environment. whole lot of repercussion behind. And that woman, when I tell this, I think it shouldn't be the people right away. So where is the ethics here? Where is the ethics? You look at vivid description. You wasn't there. You wasn't online. You recorded it. Why didn't you go sit there and edit this particular video? Take on the link out. They address out. It's father and mother. Come on, man. It is so wrong. You need to stop it. The editor-in-chief of newspapers. By the time the story of that nature is reported, sometimes we'll see come on, man. You are jeopardizing your whole family. Don't do that. As a professional journalist, you don't do that. Compromising your profession. But also putting the life of this world. The person was now you are going to disclose the name of the father, the name of the mother, the address, the name of the victim. These guys, they're all gone. You know what will happen to the parents now? Exactly the story I'm telling you about. Went to the hospital, I went from one hospital to another, trying to trace the victim. I just wanted to identify with them. I know, at the back of my mind as well, I knew that professionally, it was going to be difficult for me to meet them one-on-one. Because they have to protect her. At the same time, no matter how I wanted to pass through, just for whatever, I decided to identify with her so she could receive it. Unfortunately, I kept trying to. Actually, dig behind it. I really wanted to reach the bottom of this thing. I went to the Ministry of Gender. I spoke with the assistant minister. And she called another person that was supposed to be responsible for social care. Assistant Minister of Administration, Mr. Max Kpakio. I said, this is it. I'm so much interested in this case. From one point to another. Unfortunately, I learned somebody again told me and tweeted that the very area or the individual that was involved died later. 20 years old. Yes, perhaps, but that now, we may not see the end of the story. Okay, some of us that are interested in politics, we might not see the end of it. But the journalists have reported this story on this radio station for professional reasons. I'm not going to mention the radio station. Perhaps when they listen tomorrow, they will know that I'm talking to them or I'm talking about them. I want to appeal to my colleagues in the media. Be sensitive to issues. You know, the news shouldn't hit you the way it hits you, or you get it from a third party and you just push it out. Bring your sound judgment through your editing. You will come and ask me one question and I'll give you a whole background on the issue. You trained to edit. You trained and they told you that you can pick among what the person said. What belongs to the public, you can send it, and the other one, you can keep it as your own record. That can even help tomorrow if that court issue. The question why they use it. And yesterday I was listening to another radio. Intellectuals, you have to echo this. Something is wrong with our society. And the people that we're depending on to help to correct those mistakes
are the very people that are, in fact, putting more fuel on them. Journalists. Now listening to this, or watching this, or listening to this radio while driving. The journalists were sitting there referring to Liberians. Now all those that are in support of the June 7th protest are all enemies of the state. You can't do that as a journalist. And he's telling people that they can be stoned to death. Why should you sit on a radio station? You're speaking to children, man. Nowadays, especially where we are, society we in, our children listen to radio every day. These children listen to you when you sit behind that microphone. That whatever you say, when they respect you, whatever you say, they believe it. Even the adults. You have the right to be against or to be for. But when you sit behind that microphone, when you're taking that pen and you're putting it down and you say tomorrow it will be in this newspaper, you got to be mindful what you're putting in there, what you're putting out there. It can feel confusion. What are you doing now? These are all citizens as well. Those are you are referring to, because yesterday some of us, being out of the country, some people refer to certain segments of society as enemies of the state. You know what happened here? Some of those now, I was a young boy. We saw things. Come on, enemy of the state. You're selling somebody. You're selling your own citizen. And I said on my platform last night, why if Dr. Weir was a ruler, not a leader, and you push these people against him, they begin to hone those people. You, the journalist, that is actually re-echoing those words. The president will believe in you. Because the president believes that you deal with them every day and you know. Let us stop compromising the profession. Journalism is a very noble profession. Help to make peace, don't help to make war. If I sit behind that microphone and I'm interviewing a politician, and the politician, having to refer to anybody or so are enemy of the state, I think if I'm having a particular show and I'm discussing issues relative to Liberia, and that issue comes to my mind, I think I need to sit in the middle. I agree you have your freedom to express yourself. But what you said yesterday, it wasn't right. You should start referring to people in that manner. The two enemies. And it could even be you yourself that's pushing those words. You are a trained journalist. And you know what you are doing. You're not doing it for the institution you're working for. You're not even doing it for yourself. You're doing it for the masses. Those that you don't even know. Because you are always dealing with unspecified number of people. You don't know it. You don't know it. If I sit down behind my microphone, if I even go live, and I'm sitting there in my studio, people watching from Nigeria, from Kenya, from Cameroon. I don't know, I've never met them before. My choice of words have to be words that will actually transform somebody, like the chairman was saying. An intellectual, when you have somebody who is speaking to you, no matter how small or big that individual is, I think your mind, what you want is just to focus point the person putting out there. You can go and analyze it for yourself. If you want to pick out one or two things that you pick out, then you move on. But journalists in Liberia, please, let's stop it. There's no one segment of the society in Liberia that you should be against. You shouldn't even take a side. Now, if you want to be a journalist, be a journalist. If you want to abandon the profession and go to advocacy, do it. Balance it. I'm an advocate. I'm a journalist. I don't get paid for what I do. I'm happy doing it. My choice of words have to be words that would help somebody tomorrow. So I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to you wonderful fellow Liberians once again. You know, I love it. And so, as my term or my term is about to end from this particular petition, I think since I left in 2001, Mr. Chairman, just to let you know, actually, I spent 10 years as a boy growing up in the midst of the Civil War, began to go palace. 10 years before the opportunity came, and I went. So, I've had every bit of it. I went to Bubble Week. I went to a great school and tried. But 2 occasions I saw colleges as a for me. Waterfalls out here. So, a lot of memories in terms of what happened here. Same time I wrote here. The war was going on. I was first person. I went to T-Max and found the administration of DC-101. I'm the one that went and paid airtime to T-Max. I met him yesterday with manager. And I told the Liberian people, I called on Mr. Taylor, I called on Danachi, I called on the ministers, that these so-called recruits you're getting, those young people you're putting in front there, and they bring in, I used to go to JFK and see them. The limbs are cut. Some of them, they need blood. There was no blood. So they were dying. So now I looked at it and I said, no, this thing I will go on the radio. And I went. I started with Mr. Chancellor himself. I said, Papa, you need to go and give blood. These boys are dying. They are not dying for themselves. They're dying because of you. They're protecting you. And they're protecting us that are alive here. Chairman, before we leave the studio, Daniel Chairman, who was the defense minister last time, the president himself went there and gave blood. So my advocacy, have no, you know, I have no boundaries. I will talk for anybody. And just thank God that guy is giving me that protection of God. I will keep talking. By the time I met you, Max, yesterday, we were talking about it. He said, wow, okay, Kpakio. He did a great job that time. You know, from that day, even the scholarship, from that, the scholarship was whatever, but Fidel Castro to Mr. To MPT, and then I have come with that. I was hungry for school, actually. But there was a possibility that I would get a job. Actually, I don't want a job. I can stay in the party for the next 2 years, fine. So I can be getting my little day bread. But I want to go there. How are that? I'm happy. So I want to say thank you very much for the time. Thank you also for accepting the little donation. Now, we are fighting soon. We are together. I promise that we will continue to be together. Grace of God. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I don't mind a few questions.
Okay. Well, our guests will take. Okay. For the sake of time, I think Max is no stranger to us. Right? He's one of us. So we'll now take this time to welcome the podium. Chairman of ISIA, Chairman Smith, and welcome.
Can Mr. Mixer get a hope? Tell them that the battle cry gotta be strong. Can Mr. Mixer get a hope? Can you give me another hope? Can you give me one? Can you give me two?
Look, when we come here to respond to the battle cry, we gotta respond to it very strong. Can Mr. Mixer get a hold? Listen, when you want to answer to the battle cry, you're not forced. Be quiet, please. Can Mr. Mixer get a hold? Can Mr. Mixer get a hold? Can Mr. Mixer get a hold? Give him one. Yeah. Give him two. Yeah. Yeah. Give him three. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, gentlemen, we want to say a very big thank you for the battle cry. And again, I will say how glad I am to stand before you this afternoon and look at our guests and our honorary member, Max Kpakio, for the kind gesture. You know the topic he just spoke on. When we begin to flip the page of history while we are sitting, we saw that. For some of us, we did not do journalism, but there are some few things we understand from the aspect of journalism. There is something we call ethical journalism that speaks on how journalists got to conduct themselves in terms of reporting and how you report we are witnesses to the situation in Rwanda when radio decided spark out the issue on the Hutu and the Tutsis went against one another. The war lasted for 100 days, 90 days, 10 days added, when thousands of people lost their lives simply because the radio station carried the misleading information. Journalists' work in the war is to be neutral, hold on to the ethics of journalism, and report the facts as they happen. That's why one of the journalists that I love so much in times of reporting was this guy, Johnson Eleni, who report for the BBC. Every time he would say, "Grapevine," they say. At one point in time, the lady who was interviewing directly, the lady said, "Mr. Lady, every time you say, they say, were you there?" 3 times the lady asked, I still remember. At that time we were on the table. And he said, actually I was not on the scene because of the bomb shell, but I got the information from third party. And once you get information from third party, it means vividly you should be able to edit that information well good before you publish it. And anytime you are doing quotation, you always reflect the source of that quotation from the third party. And you say X, Y, Z said, if the name is quoted, or if you just do what we call a random interview, maybe from the public, you put out that name, the public can become a third party. And so that is why he was speaking about, because there are many incidents and issues that are happening here witness as an advocate and also one who always do the journalism activities. So in so much we do, Mr. Mitchell, I want to say again a very big thank you, and we appreciate your kind gesture for coming to PCR to redeem your promise to lay a PCR. At this forum, we always maintain what we call sanctity, we always maintain leadership, and I believe the reason for which today you are redeeming your pledge at